Alright, what's up guys? We're here at the PPG. I just made top 8 with True King Dinosaur Guardragon. So my name is Dakota Salvitti. Yeah, it's deck profile.
Alright man, hit us with it.
Alright, so first off, you gotta play 3 Overraptor. It's the heart and soul of the deck. It searches everything. It sends everything. It's just the best card to see off of like draws and stuff. 3 Miscellaneous Swords just for protection. This card is nuts at 3. It's a fire target 2 for the True Kings. 3 babies and 1 Petite Pteranodon. You always want to see this card in your hand for the diagram or any True Kings just to pop it. I think 4 is the correct ratio because I played 3 Fossil Dig and 3 Overraptors. So there's like 10 ways to get to these cards. It's just the diagram and stuff that's kind of hard to get to. So played double Tyranno. My theory for this, playing 3 is too much because you don't want to always like see too many of them because you might just open like brick hands with like this and like a True King and something crazy. You have no plays. So you only want to play 2 of these, and you never really need a situation where you need a 3rd one. For the True Kings, I play 3 fire, 1 water. A lot of people play 2 water, but I don't really like to see this guy in hand. He's just like a search for off a diagram. If I already have the fire one, it's an easy way to get into calamities. So one of these, I think one of these is correct, and the only every time you can pop something is with Ib because I don't play the water monster, the water normal monster. So I think this is a good ratio of True Kings. For the 1-up Dinosaur, they play 1 Quatless, 1 Pankratops, 1 Aeolo, 1 Giant Rex. These are all the brick dinosaurs you really don't want to see unless you're going second with Pankratops. I only play 1 of these because you don't really need more. Like, again, this deck can brick hard, so you want to make it as most consistent as possible. Same thing with these 2. Like, if you draw Aeolo, you can play around it by just popping it with a True King and something back with Overraptor. Giant Rex is just in there as another dinosaur target, so I feel like this is pretty standard.
Alright.
For my level 9 targets off of Monstrosity, I play 1 Idly and 1 Super Kaiju Mecha Thunder King. A lot of people don't know what this card does. It's really just a level 9 target. But what it does on end phase is if it's in graveyard once per duel, you can special summon it back. So it's a free body, and you can't get Kaiju because its name is Kaiju. And you can only control 1 Kaiju, and if you happen to get Kaiju randomly, you have this in your hand, you can activate its effect. I never resolved it, but it's just really just there for level 9 target. And this card is just another card just for Monstrosity. I didn't really resolve the effect, but it comes up sometimes. The 1-of World Chalice Guardragon for the Guardragon plays. It's a brick if you draw it. You never want to see this card in your hand. I play 1 Phantasme. I played 2 in the side, but I didn't want to play 3 in the deck because the deck's kind of tight. I only played the 1 just because I know that I see a lot of Thunder Dragons today. And a lot of decks just summon links like Guard Dragons. So I played the 1 just because if I have the Heretic monster, it's actually a monster I can summon because I play no other dragons. And it comes up because it's good to fix your hand when you brick. For other hand traps, I play the 3 Ash, Standard, and 3 Gamma, and the 1 Driver. Gamma is like the best hand trap I feel like this format because it stops other hand traps. So like if I have Diagram on board, I want my plays to resolve, and this is the 1 card that I want to see because it's like Called by the Grave, but kind of better because it's a hand trap too. I don't run Called by because this card just stops hand traps, and sometimes you can't really play around. Like if you already have a monster, but you can't really play around it with this, but it still serves a purpose because when they get ready, whatever you have on board, you just hit them with this.
All right.
And this is good going first. You make Lambda, and this is just another card in hand. This card wins games. Like, don't sleep on this card. That's it for the monsters. For the spells, 3 Fossil Dig, 3 Diagram. This is the main cards you always want to see in hand. You need Diagram and a baby, basically, with these 2, and you just have full combo. 2 Double Evolution Pill. I don't play 3 because, again, it kind of clogs up sometimes, and it's searchable with Quatless. The 1-of is the 1 Monstrosity target, 1 Terraforming, 1 Set Rotation, 1 Foolish, and 1 Lost World. Lost World wins games. People sleep on this card. A lot of people don't know what this does. It's really good. I got so much advantage off of this card from playing a Thunder Dragon player yesterday. I didn't know what it did, and I was just able to just take the whole game back. Terraforming just for the Terraforming Set Rotation just to see more fill spells. Foolish Burial is always a good card in Dinosaurs. That's it for the main. There's 44 in the main. I couldn't really find a way to cut it down. Let's take out Phantasme, but it ran pretty consistently though.
You did make it a top 8. So.
Yeah, I made a top 8. So the extra deck, I play 1 Lambda. This is mostly just for the combo, but it's just because it's 2 generic monsters except tokens. But it's good because you can activate side frames from the hand too. So if you don't have another play, you could just like summon Overraptor, add Miscellaneous, and then pitch the Miscellaneous to summon the Aeolo. Link 2 into this if you already have Gamma, and then just summon the Conductor, and then you have a Conductor plus a Gamma. It's pretty good. For the Guardragons, I would play Pisty and Argapane. I feel like I don't need LP because that would require me to play the other level 9 guy. You really don't need to do all that because all you're aiming to do is make triple burst and this combo. So what you'll do is just summon. You'll have this on board, and then you make this, and then you have to have it on the monster, and then you link into this. And in this scenario, if this was LP over here, that you would need another monster in the deck, and it's unnecessary. So you already have, if you're able to make this, you already have a Guardragon in grave. So you just summon it back, link 2 into this, and then you summon your hot rail off of this, and then make spheres. So the one of spheres in the deck just for that play. And like I said earlier, it was just for that's why another reason to play Phantasma is for the target. And then the one of Dinosaur Dragon. This card never really came up, but I just wanted in the extra deck just for certain situations where I had a bunch of monsters on board that I couldn't do anything with, and just another way to get.
What if situation?
Yeah, and like if this and Tyranno was an auto win, like you pretty much just win the game off of this. I never made it, but it was just been there for security purposes. That's it for the links. I played Lagia and Dolka. Some people don't play Lagia, but against strikers and against any deck that doesn't really use monster effects, primarily, this card won me a game against Magical Musketeers in top 16. At the end of Swiss. He tried to Desperado my Tyranno. I just made this. And, just negated it.
Lagia was always strong.
Yeah, Lagia is great. Negate summons. It gives once you have this and like Tyranno, a bunch of other cards, you just broke your opponent's board. That's pretty much game. They don't come back from that. And Dolka is just always broken because this negates multiple monster effects in the turn. Play one True King of all Calamities. You don't really need more than this. I'm not playing the Extravagance build. You only make this once. You make this, you're gonna win the game. Play one Phantom Fortress and Entrablast. Something I don't know how to pronounce the name, but. I never really made this, but I usually do make this at my locals because you don't want to make this card against like Draco or like Sky Striker, or you could make it against Sky Striker, but a bunch of those decks just play heavy back row. You'd rather just go into this and like rip a card out of their hand. I usually just side deck this out today for like super poly targets, but you know it's good to just have it in there, you know.
It's always good of a precaution.
Yeah, it's always a good precaution. The one of Ib, just to make the combo. This is why this deck is even a thing right now because of this. They made Monstrosity. The card's stupid. The one of target for the Guardragons. One Omega. This card won me a lot of games today yesterday for no reason. I had no business winning. I would just summon this and I'll just start recycling stuff because when you Gamma on your turn and negate a hand trap, they basically lose 2 cards because you rip one out of their hand and then they've already activated a hand trap. So this card was MVP yesterday. The one of Cloud Castle. If you guys don't know what this does, is when it's mostly there just because you need 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monster, and you can't do that with Trish. So basically, what the play is, if they ash this, you already have a True King on board. So what you do is you sync this with Overraptor to make this and just overlay the 2. But it summons a level 9 from grave, so it can come up to make Calamities. And then the one of Trish, I thought about taking this out for Chambara, but this deck already has Boral Sword and Conductor, so it's not really necessary. So the Trish was just good to like rip cards out of hand. It won me a game in the second round of Swiss, so it was good.
Not bad, not bad.
That's it for the extra. For the side, I play 3 Sphere modes just against, you know, like Colossus decks, Colossus.deck, the Thunder Dragons. I play a lot of those. This card came up big in some of them. Droll, this card, it was the same for this, and like anything rogue like Draco is really good against, and even like dinosaurs it can be good against. So I thought this was a really good meta call, and it won me a game in round like 3 or 4, another round like later on. Just the other 2 Phantasmes. I played these against any link decks. I wanted to side heavy for Thunder Dragons because I don't want them to make their board going first, and these cards really came up. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys next the best card absolutely in the side deck is Super Polymerization. This card should not be at 3. This card is stupid. I only played 2 because I have to, but for some reason I still draw the card. The card likes me. This card is insane. It's really insane. I just won the feature match with this card in the top 16, so if you guys want to go watch that, check out the PPG Twitch stream. Yeah, it's Super Poly somebody zombies into, and I just won the game. This card is busted. I won so many games off of this. 2 Twin Twisters, 2 Red Reboots just for the back row decks. The Twin Twisters are really good against Orcus because you pop their fill spell on the other back row. The Red Reboots never came up. I never drew them when I sided them in, but they're just there again for precaution. I just wanted a lot of variety on my side. And the last card is just the 1 Super Poly target. I was originally playing another one that I don't really want to talk about right now just because try to keep it a secret.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Me and my team know about it. I don't know if you guys some of you guys should probably figure it out, but I'd rather just keep it a secret for now. But the Starving Venom is good.
All right, man.
That's it for the main side, actually.
All right.
So yeah.
Well, how'd you have a good time here at Pro Play Philly?
Yeah, it was a great experience. I really liked the phone situation where you could.
Oh, the best close
pairing
app.
Pairing app was really easy. It's a lot better than Konami does it. So
Oh,
yeah, that was it for the deck, guys. I really appreciate everybody. My team supporting me. Shout out Team Crystal Chaos in Philly. So yeah, that's about it.
All right, man. We hope to see you at other PPG events, man.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one, man.
You too.